Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today, what we're going to be talking about is DoorDash's ultra-fast delivery plans quickly drawing skepticism. This is based on the ultra-fast delivery plans DoorDash launched, a week ago now? And their goal was to create ultra-fast delivery within 15 minutes or less in New York City. There is a certain amount of skepticism from us as gig workers because they use W-2 employees as opposed to gig workers to accomplish this goal. Now, the problem with that logic is that we as gig workers, we almost felt a little threatened by the idea that we have W-2 employees now working as drivers, which means we questioned how long are we going to last. With that said, seeing that even investors are getting skeptic about how this is going to work in the long term, that's a good sign for us drivers, but I would love to see what they're actually saying, how we should interpret this information, and what we think DoorDash will do in the long term. One of the biggest app-based delivery services is offering customers in select markets a service that will get them their grocery orders even faster than usual. In other words, for DoorDash, it could be about an hour to get your food when you order it. Now they're trying to make promises 15 minutes or less. DoorDash has announced it will be offering ultra-fast grocery delivery with a new service in Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan, according to Axios. Customers in the delivery area can order products available in the Dashmart warehouse and for a charge between 99 cents and $1.99, expect to receive them in 10 to 15 minutes. Now, what they did say is that it's not going to cost more than what they're already paying for DoorDash Dash Pass, I think it's called. This is only if you're not already using Dash Pass. DoorDash will hire full-time employees at $15 per hour plus benefits for the service via a new subsidiary called DashCorps, rather than use their typical contract workers. Employees will carry out their deliveries on e-bikes. That's actually a good thing to know. They're not using drivers in a car. They're not using bicyclists or even pizza bikes. They're using e-bikes. So this way that they can actually maneuver through moving vehicles and even through pedestrians while still being able to accomplish the 10 to 15 minute goals. So that's actually very interesting because this is actually the first logistical information that we've been dealt so far. Anytime you call DoorDash and ask about DashCorp, they actually hide the information. They will not disclose that to you. In an online discussion last week, this promise of enhanced speed had some of the industry experts on the retail wire brain trust wondering if ultra-fast delivery is a feature customers really need. That's actually a good question. Why do we need ultra-fast delivery in comparison to what we already have? Now, I understand that their goal here was to be even faster than what is already out, and convenience is only going faster, and I 100% agree with that. We are coming straight out of a pandemic where we were locked in homes and we needed DoorDash drivers and we needed all these other people, and now we're kind of peeling back the legal boundaries. What's going to happen? There's going to be a small dip for a period of time. Will it be prevalent? Yes, but it's not going to be as prevalent as it was prior. As a very frequent grocery delivery customer, I am not sure I understand all the investment in ultra-fast grocery delivery, wrote Dave Bruno, Director of Retail Market Insights at Aptiv. Ultra-fast restaurant delivery is a no-brainer, but how many times do people really need groceries within 15 to 20 minutes? The only urgency that I would have is I'm trying to make something at that moment and I realize I forgot to get whatever. Let's say oregano. I don't have oregano, but I need oregano like right now in order to make this dish. In order for me to do that, I can either go get it myself and put the whole dish on hold, or I can order it in 15 to 20 minutes. That is the only situation where I would see the need for it. How slow is fast enough for grocery delivery, wrote Bob Amster, principal at Retail Technology Group. Does the world need ultra-fast grocery delivery? No. Ultra-fast delivery has emerged emerged as the next big battleground for delivery services, with startups including Getir, GoPuff, Gorillas, Fridge No More, Bayek, and Joker offering orders within a 10 to 15 minute window. Now, you see, that's interesting because I'm surprised they didn't talk about Instacart or Shipt at all. They just talked about these guys. Now, I'm assuming that this isn't we have to do the shopping. They have the orders already made up. We just need to go there and deliver, which is actually very interesting, and I'm very curious to see how that goes. DoorDash was eyeing Gorillas for potential acquisition, but the deal did not go through according to Axios. Now, I didn't know about that. They were planning on buying out Gorillas? That's crazy. But despite the growing number of entrants into the space, some Brain Trust members had a lot of questions about the fundamentals of the model. I wonder how these companies intend to turn a profit. Neil Saunders, managing director at Global Data. Most of their business models don't stack up. Exactly my point. They don't even have a savings account. Jim Chanos, I think, is the short seller's name. He was actually saying from the global pandemic, they had a captive audience that they didn't just want delivery, they required delivery. They had 55% market share at the time. Before even the pandemic started, they had 55% market share at the time. No profit. Introductory, namely low pricing, may generate trial, but subsequent pricing may not guarantee sustained usage, wrote Richard J. George, professor of food marketing at St. Joseph's University. Without such a base, a long-term profitability of this concept is suspect. This is kind of going back to when Acorns was only $1 to use, and then they jumped it to $3, and only have the Acorns product now, like the total package product, because they knew what they were doing wasn't sustainable. It was a great way to get people onto the platform, but it wasn't sustainable in the long term. You might get some pretty happy people initially, but you're gonna get really upset people later on where they end up running late for whatever reason. That's another question. What happens when they're 25 minutes or 30 minutes? Do they get a refund? How often are you going to see that problem come up? What happens if they do nothing at all? They were 30 minutes late, they do nothing at all. Because that seems like more of DoorDash's MO than anything else. They'll find any reason in the world to screw you over. That's just the name of DoorDash's game. It's just a fact. How on earth does this model scale to non-dense cities? Wrote Katie Thomas, lead at Kearney Consumer Institute. Great question. What happens if you do this model to a delivery area that is a suburb, Long Island, New York? Or how about something a little bit less dense, Westchester, New York? Okay, what if we're not talking about New York at all? Some boonies in Mississippi. I don't know. Probably just insulted a lot of people in Mississippi, but that's my point. What happens when it's not about a city? Let's say it's a suburb or a very rural area. Do they even offer this in rural areas? While DoorDash is just moving into rapid delivery, others appear to be a few steps ahead. Before we go too deep into it, yes, DoorDash losing at something. Good. This isn't me just being butthurt. Good. The venture-backed GoPuff, which received $15 billion valuation in a funding round, partnered with Uber Eats to deliver convenience store orders through the more established services app. Ooh, I didn't know about this. GoPuff partnered with Uber Eats? I didn't know that. That's good, though. I like that. I am very excited to see where that goes, but at the same time, I just hope that they don't go with the employee route. I will be very upset, I'll tell you what. Although many Brain Trust members were not sold on the service, some saw a place for ultra-fast delivery and believed DoorDash had a chance at winning the race. DoorDash is already getting food to our homes. Why not throw in some CPG products? Wrote Lisa Goller, the content marketing strategist. If I could catch up to rivals with its dark stores, army of delivery staff, and competitive pay, DoorDash can differentiate its service with hyper-local marketing, pervasive warehouse locations, and service excellence. Okay, let's slow down for a second. Service excellence and DoorDash do not belong in the same sentence unless it says DoorDash does not know what service excellence really is. And that's not even just me being mad about him. And yes, I am very butthurt that they screwed me over. But that's just a fact across merchants, across customers, across drivers, and investors, which is starting to grow into now. Dashmart, which will facilitate the ultra-fast option, is a fairly new element of the DoorDash business model. It launched in the summer of 2020 in 8 U.S. cities. While much of what DoorDash delivers comes from restaurants, convenience retailers, and other stores in the markets it serves, Dashmart warehouses hold an inventory of around 2,000 grocery items and essentials, along with branded convenience and restaurant products. Jennifer Bartashu's senior analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence. Jennifer, if I screwed up your name, I am so sorry. Saw it as a potential ace in the hole. Dashmart has the potential competitive advantage over the existing niche players if it can attract shoppers from an existing pool of DoorDash users, which could make the customer acquisition costs lower, wrote Miss Jennifer. And DoorDash's core business helps provide financial stability to offset costs associated with rapid delivery. To win in rapid delivery, it will ultimately come down to having the right assortment of products, fees, and ability to meet delivery windows consistently. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. You don't pay me. There you go. I think that ultra-fast delivery plans, they are right to be skeptical of DoorDash. They follow through with their ability to get the job done, but they have yet to turn a profit. And the fact that they're switching to employees to get this done is just to show that they're not worrying about profit at all. Now, some would call that a good thing. If they're really not turning a profit, they must be really reinvesting into the business, right? Wrong. 100% wrong. In fact, the only way they're staying afloat is by stealing from others. And they're not even just stealing from drivers and customers. I was watching a video on, I think it was Paid to Drive. They were talking about this article specifically, how a Flushing small business owner has taken action against DoorDash over fraud allegation. And we're not going to go through this article today. I'll leave it for tomorrow or something. But just saying, they stole $46,700 from this small business. And you know what most people would do when they lose money like that? They wouldn't go reporting it to people that actually do this stuff, like a lawyer or something. Finding a lawyer to take a case against DoorDash is already hard enough. But the fact that they lost $46,000 and they didn't even get it all back, that's scary. That's sick. That the fact that they're stealing more money than most people make in their paychecks from one person just to pay the bills. That being said, I don't think ultra-fast delivery plans is going to pan out as well as they imagine it to be. I feel like it's in a beta testing stage, but we will see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.